Okay, so I wrote down the code numbers. The 627 is for the fuel pump. And I'm assuming that that is up from cranking the motor over without the relay in because it was picking it up as being a bad fuel pump. So it probably stored that code. Now, for me to start this, here's my ECM. This ECM right here, this is a stage 2 ECM, okay? So, excuse me. The reason why I did this was because I have 3-bar map sensors and I installed the stage 2 injectors so that I didn't have to get a base tune to actually start this thing, move it around as of just yet, because I'm not sure what tuner I'm going to use. So that's in there, and that's an 04 computer, which is throwing the little sensor that's supposed to be here, that's not in the 05 wiring. Okay, so now the 335 is a crankshaft sensor. Now, this could be two different reasons why this is on. Cranking it without the coil hooked up, and it held a hard code, so it's in the computer, and being that it's a hard code, it's going to stay till it's cleared, or the sensor's not plugged in, or there is something wrong with this wiring harness. Okay, so those are our two things that we're going to have to look at there. Okay, now the coolant temp sensor is just one that was in here. Oh, there, look, there we go. See, coolant temp sensor is not plugged in the whole way. Is it going to stay? Nope. Why ain't that staying? Oh, something's missing out of the center. It's actually in there. So I'm going to pull that out, and I'm going to double check that one. So this one here, the coolant temp sensor was just unplugged. Or not plugged in. Alright, and then I have to check the crank sensor, which is down there behind the starter. I don't have much together down underneath, so I should be able to reach up underneath, and I can double check that one here. So let's see if we can reach up in here maybe. There's the wire, actually, I think. Which one is it? It's one of these. Because this has a brand new Mopar sensor in it. I mean, I wouldn't put it past me if I forgot to plug it in. I'm going to say it's plugged in. So I'm going to check the temperature sensor here. I'm going to pull this little piece out because like sometimes that happens. They just pull apart on these plugs. And just put the little clip back down in there because it's catching on the rubber. And I'm going to unhook the battery and hopefully that clears the codes. I wasn't getting any power to my OBD2 port, which is something that has to happen. One, to power up the scanners, and if you're tuning, you're going to have a connection there. So I'm going to fix the temperature sensor, unhook the battery, clear the codes, and see what happens. All right. Well, I still have to figure out what the problem is. So I'm going to put my battery on charge, call it an evening, be happy that it started up and I ain't got no leaks and I don't have no problems. And we just know that's some of the next things that need to be figured out, whether it's a wiring issue or for some reason there's a bad sensor, or who knows. For some reason, like I said, I'm trying to figure out why I don't have power at the OBD2 port. But that plug runs the whole way out to the ECM. So it could be a front harness issue. Even though, you know what I mean, it was in the car. I didn't start this car, so it's the same front harness. I did swap out the dash, but that wouldn't make any difference. The temperature sensor seems to want to work. My fuel gauge is working now. So clearing the codes out, fix those two issues. It still throws the battery temp sensor code because, like I said, it's an 04 computer and not an 05 computer. Just end it there, man. Call it a day. We got the blue car we're going to be working on, and we're going to be ready, and we're going to be up there bright and early Friday and Saturday at Carlisle. So we'll see you guys there.